How far would you push the quiet kid until he snaps? Jackson Mills was this weird kid in my class who always had his hood up, covering half of his face and earbuds in his ears. Music would be blasting so loudly that I could hear his music sitting 2 desks to his right. Apparently he had this condition where noise bothered him too much, so music was the only thing that calmed him down at school. I often wondered if he was faking that claim just so he could have his earbuds in all the time, and I wasn't the only one who thought that either. I would often hear my classmates whispering about it, but everyone was too scared to mess with Jackson. Until we got a new substitute halfway through the semester. Mr. Delaware was this huge, beefy guy who obviously hated kids and lived to make our lives miserable. I hated him, but then he started targeting Jackson. It started off small. At first he thought Jackson was just a disrespectful kid who didn't participate in class, but then he learned that Jackson always had earbuds in, so he started messing with the poor kid more. Sometimes he'd bump into Jackson's desk, knocking his books off of it. Other times he'd get brave enough to yank Jackson's hood back. Through it all, Jackson didn't say a word. He ignored the bullying and continued doodling on his notebook. I was amazed at the restaurant Jackson was showing. Then one day, I could tell Mr. Delaware was just done with Jackson. He started yelling at the kid from an inch away. He obviously didn't understand the importance of personal space. What if I just take your earbuds? He snarled. In fact, I'm going to make a rule that earbuds are not allowed in my classroom. He yelled that last part, but Jackson didn't react. The teacher reached for Jackson and I leaped to my feet, fear filling me. "Don't!" I yelled. He jerked away from Jackson and glared at me. "Why are you interrupting me?" he demanded. I hesitated for a second before saying, "I just don't think it's a good idea to be bullying him. In fact, there's a no tolerance policy for bullying." "Shut up and sit down or get out of my classroom," Mr. Delaware snapped. I sat down and slammed my lips shut. He reached for Jackson again and ripped the earbuds away from his ears, tossing them on the floor. I knew what he was about to do before he did it. I rose to my feet again with a warning on my lips when his foot slammed down on the earbuds, instantly crushing them. Silence